Welcome back to the EPA 608 training series. In this lesson, we'll review important concepts about refrigerant families, cylinder safety, ozone science, and environmental impact. Let's get started. Question 1. What are some key refrigerant compounds found within the CFC, HCFC, and HFC families? A. HCFC R22, R123. B. HFCR 134, AC. All of the above are correct. D. CFCR 11, R12, R500. The correct answer is C. All of the above are correct. Each refrigerant listed falls into the correct category based on its chemical family and environmental impact. CFCs like R11, R12, and R500 contain chlorine and significantly damage the ozone layer. HCFCs, such as R22 and R123, also contain chlorine but have a lower ozone depletion potential. And HFCs, like R134A, contain no chlorine at all, which removes the ozone depleting risk. So, all three examples fit their categories correctly. Question 2. According to standard guidelines, what is the highest permissible liquid volume by percentage for refilling certified cylinders? A. 90%. B. 60%. C. 80%. D. 79%. The correct answer is C. 80%. Certified recovery cylinders must never be filled beyond 80% of their liquid volume. This safety buffer allows refrigerant to expand as temperatures rise during storage or transport. Filling beyond this limit creates dangerously high pressure inside the cylinder, increasing the risk of rupture or leaks. That's why the 80% rule is a strict industry standard. Question 3. Specify what each letter in HCFC denotes. A. Harmful carbon-fluorine chlorine. B. Hydrochlorofluorocarbons. C. High chlorine fluorocarbon. D. High carbon fluorine chlorine. The correct answer is B. Hydrochlorofluorocarbons. The term HCFC stands for hydrochlorofluorocarbon. These compounds are made of hydrogen, chlorine, fluorine, and carbon. They were introduced as transitional replacements for CFCs because their ozone depletion potential is lower, though they still contain chlorine and are being phased out under the Montreal Protocol. The correct answer is B. Hydrochlorofluorocarbons. The term HCFC stands for hydrochlorofluorocarbon. These compounds are made of hydrogen, chlorine, fluorine, and carbon. They were introduced as transitional replacements for CFCs because their ozone depletion potential is lower, though they still contain chlorine and are being phased out under the Montreal Protocol. The correct answer is D. Remove a refrigerant in any condition and store it in an external container. Refrigerant recovery means safely removing refrigerant from an appliance in any state, liquid or vapor, and transferring it into an approved external recovery cylinder. This prevents harmful releases into the atmosphere, protecting both the ozone layer and the climate. Recovery must be performed using EPA-certified equipment under Section 608 regulations. Question 5. Explain the meaning of ODPA. Ozone depletion potential. B. Oxygen destruction properties. C. Ozone destruction properties. D. Oxygen depletion potential. The correct answer is A. Ozone depletion potential. ODP measures how much a chemical can damage the ozone layer compared to CFC11, which has a reference value of 1.0. The higher the ODP, the more harm the substance causes. This scale helps regulators and technicians understand the environmental impact of various refrigerants. Question 6. What refrigerant is R134A primarily used as a replacement for? A. R134A is not a drop-in refrigerant. B. R12. C. R22. D. R11. The correct answer is B. R12. R134A is widely used to replace R12 in automotive air conditioning and certain refrigeration systems. However, it is not a direct drop-in substitute. Retrofitting requires changing the oil, ensuring material compatibility, updating service fittings, and labeling the system. R134A can replace R12, but only after proper retrofit procedures are followed. Question 7. Identify key health and environmental impacts resulting from ozone depletion. A. Increased numbers of cataracts in the eyes. B. Increased temperature of the earth. C. Increased cases of skin cancer. D. All the above. The correct answer is D. All the above. When the ozone layer thins, more ultraviolet radiation reaches Earth's surface. This increases skin cancer rates, raises the risk of cataracts, and disrupts ecosystems. Although ozone depletion doesn't directly warm the planet, it contributes to climate imbalance and environmental stress. All listed impacts are correct and connected. Question 8. What is the characteristic phase of refrigerant after it leaves a receiver? A. Superheated vapor. B. Subcooled vapor. C. Superheated liquid. D. Subcooled liquid. The correct answer is D. Subcooled liquid. After refrigerant leaves the receiver, it is in a subcooled liquid state. The receiver ensures that only liquid refrigerant, without vapor, moves toward the metering device. This stable liquid supply is essential for efficient system operation. Question 9. Identify the scientific evidence confirming CFC and HCFC depletion of the ozone layer. A. Volcanoes contribute far less chlorine compared to CFC-SB. The rise in the amount of chlorine measured in the stratosphere matches the rise in the amount of fluorine C. The rise in the amount of chlorine measured in the stratosphere matches the rise in CFC emissions D. All the above. The correct answer is D. All the above. Multiple scientific findings confirm that CFCs and HCFCs are responsible for ozone depletion. Stratospheric chlorine and fluorine levels rise in step with refrigerant emissions. Measurements also show that volcanoes release only small amounts of chlorine compared to human-made sources. Together, these findings form the scientific basis for global agreements like the Montreal Protocol. Great job completing this lesson. Understanding these EPA 608 principles is essential for safe, responsible, and compliant HVAC work. Keep practicing, stay certified, and I'll see you in the next module.